This is the Thompson Cast. I am Mel Thompson. In the world of foreign direct investment and international business, some political risks are only as dangerous as the paper they may be analyzed on. Case in point is the current diplomatic blow-up between Japan and South Korea. Now let me be clear here. The treatment of South Koreans and others at the hands of Japanese troops during World War II was atrocious and should not be forgotten. Second to this point, it's a real fact that Japan is not in the same place as it was at that time. It is a democracy, and it has paid the price for the errors of its past military adventures and the errors of those political leaders at that time. But now in the 21st century, there are other challenges. And one of these challenges is the fact that the passage of time has not eased the hard feelings between Japan and South Korea in some respects. Japan has recalled its ambassador to South Korea to protest South Korean President Lee Myung-bak's visit to a group of islands claimed by both countries. Mr. Lee is the first ever South Korean president to visit the islands, and the islands have obviously become a source of tension between the two countries, and they have been so since World War II. Now, Seoul officials are downplaying the visit, saying it was not meant to stir up any trouble. Well, stir up trouble it has, and at first glance, this can be seen as a potential for serious political risk involving trade policy as well as foreign direct investment. But I say not so fast. There's too much money to lose, and the risk of economies of both nations going into a tailspin because of this debate or a political dust-up over this island is just too much of a risk to take. It's just highly unlikely that it's going to go any further than the diplomatic, shall we say, niceties of withdrawing ambassadors and making it perfectly clear that one country is not happy about the actions of another. However, it is fairly obvious that this issue, although decades old, is a real sticking point between the two countries. And the fact that it came up at all, the fact that the South Koreans obviously knew that this was an issue and somewhat pushed the issue by having their president visit the island, really was not smart politics, but it is not enough to be sufficiently worried that there's going to be a total shutdown of economic relations between Japan and South Korea. This is key if you've got any type of foreign direct investment in either nation that deals with businesses, trade policy issues, or anything that's that would be impacted by a change in policy between the two nations as it pertains to trade or other foreign direct investment options. Possibly the finger pointing is the only extent of this dust up, and this is certainly what I hope, as does every person in the world. But it should be pointed out exactly what this is about. The island, or the best way to describe them, are inlets or islets. They're known in Japan as Takeshima, but they're known in Korea as Dokdo. And they've been under effective South Korean control since the end of the Japanese rule in World War II. Of course, Japan believes that the islands are theirs, and the South Koreans are saying that they are ours. The two countries do share strong trade and tourism ties, and they work together on numerous foreign policy issues of mutual concern. But a series of territorial and historical issues have also plagued that relationship for many years. However, the point is this: with all that water under the bridge, they still have strong economic ties. There is nothing that this little dust-up is going to do to completely cut those ties off. If there's some particular project that you are invested in or looking at in South Korea or Japan as a foreign direct investor or a business, and somehow the supply chain or there's some other issue that pertains to the other country in the relationship, where there's something from that other country is necessary for that particular investment to work, don't fear that that particular items, or policy is going to change, thus impacting your foreign direct investment in the other country. This is not going to be the cause of that. In other words, this has been going on for decades. No one has seen fit or had the guts to resolve the issue with this island issue. And even though no one's even tried to attempt to really resolve this, both nations have not allowed it to hinder their economic ties. As I stated at the start of this podcast, in the world of foreign direct investment and international business, some political risks are only as dangerous as the paper they may be analyzed on. This is one of those paper political risks. This has been the Thompson Cast. I am Mel Thompson.